So for this bull run, I would say put 50% right away in Bitcoin. Don't even think about it. That's kind of you don't play with it. You keep it. Probably put 5 in ETH, 5,000 in Ethereum. The rest I'd probably split 2,500 in Solana, and then the rest you can probably gamble. Play a little meme coin, play a little leverage.
Let's see where it gets.
Why not? But I would play the 3 essential pillars right now that are running the narratives. Bitcoin, the Bitcoin ETF, we just got it approved recently. The Ethereum ETF, Solana ETF is upon us. Like these things are taking place. You see maybe a 2 to 3, maybe 4x multiple across those. And then obviously if you're playing the crypto game, you got to have that little degen side. So
I've seen the ETF thing. What is it exactly? What is ETF?
So it's an exchange traded fund. Yeah. It's basically an institutionalized version of people pooling money together in order to buy an asset.
Okay.
So you have ETFs for everything. And now that Bitcoin is considered an asset class, it only makes sense to have an ETF for Bitcoin. But it's opened up the door to now everything being potentially considered inside of crypto. And we've had now the Ethereum ETF that's upon us. We have the potential Solana ETF. So I think this is going to start ramping up because the companies like BlackRock and Vanguard, State Street, things of this nature that operate in this capacity and build out ETFs, they collect fees from it.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they hold $100 billion worth of Bitcoin if they have a 0.5% fee on that? They just have to hold it. Instead of people buying Bitcoin on Coinbase, they can just buy it on Robinhood via an ETF. It's very simple, path of least resistance. And they're there to collect the fee. It's free money. They're a business. They're going to get the free money.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense to be fair. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Trump has also endorsed Bitcoin. And this is very interesting, right? Because I think it was only a few days ago, or by the time this podcast comes out, it would have been quite a while ago, Biden has stepped down as president, or running for president, shall I say. And if Trump wins in November, then people are speculating that Bitcoin is going to fly through the roof, seeing as the president of the United States is endorsing Bitcoin. What do you think of that?
I think Donald Trump realizes that crypto enthusiasts are really passionate about decentralization and the freedom of their money, and that there's tens of millions of them that you don't want to piss off. And Biden pissed them off because he's trying to fuck everybody's crypto up. He has Gary Gensler, Muppet looking motherfucker that's trying to take over the market and ripping our shit to pieces. So people are pissed. Donald Trump says, hey, I'll let you keep your Bitcoin. Hey, I'll let you keep your decentralization. I like it. Starts adding the potentiality of the government holding some. So people want that. People will vote for it.
Andrew Tate always says one thing, right? With people who become multimillionaires through crypto and haven't really worked so much beforehand. So you might see some crypto nerds watching this podcast right now, buys crypto and becomes a multimillionaire overnight. They don't know what it takes to have hard work and dedication and go through the sacrifice and the struggle to be an entrepreneur, multimillionaire through that means. Now, what's your opinion on that there?
I mean, who cares? If you made the money, you made the money. Just don't lose it. Don't be the idiot that you're an idiot if you lose the money. If you make money, you're an idiot and you make the money. Now just get really smart. Because, I think it was one of these older kind of speakers. I forget his name. But he has this quote that he says, if you want to make $1 million, you best become a millionaire. Because if you make $1 million and you haven't developed into a millionaire, you'll lose it. Because in life, you are a reflection of your actions. Yep. You are a reflection of your thoughts.
Yep.
So if you haven't developed a millionaire mindset, if you haven't developed millionaire habits, if you haven't developed your ability to keep your money, if you make money by luck, you'll lose it. I've been there. But just because you have made money doesn't mean you're a nerd or you're a loser. Just take the money that you have and understand that if you don't level up, that money's in danger. So you level up to preserve your money. You level up as a safety net against yourself, against your own stupidity, right? Because you only lose things and you only fuck up if you don't prepare, if you don't have the knowledge. But it's not something that once you have money, you can't afford to do. You just can't be prideful. You need to understand that just because you have money doesn't mean you have everything else. And I think that that's what Andrew's talking about. It's like, hey, if you got money, that's dope. But that's not all you have. right? There's other attributes that you need to develop. And if you don't have these attributes, nobody's going to respect you, because people don't just respect people with money. Maybe a suck up, maybe somebody that's really parasitic, maybe they just want your money, but nobody just respects money in and of itself.
And do you know what's funny as well? I don't even think people at your level, for example, when you meet people who are on the same level as you, they don't even look at your money, your net worth or anything like that. They look at the different attributes. They already know that you got the money there, but it's like, what else do you bring to the table? What else does Luke Belmar bring to the table besides his money? And it's all about the knowledge and, I suppose, the insight and the attitude you have towards life and towards business is what makes you, which I suppose, yeah, Tate wasn't taking that one into account pretty much, yeah. And I was going to say as well, it's funny because I probably have made quite a bit of money over the last year. And not to say I wasn't prepared for it, but I definitely didn't see that amount coming. But I think over the past few years of talking to people and, you know, seeing what's what and understanding business, you do have more understanding of how to preserve the money, how to make that money last, which I suppose let's get into that one now as well. So as well as making money last, so let's just say you've made a whole load of money in crypto. What would you do to preserve it exactly?
Keep it in Bitcoin.
You would just keep it there. You wouldn't invest it in other businesses or anything like that. You just keep it as
Bitcoin is the greatest asset in human history. People just don't understand it. Dude, I'm in my 20s. I'm worth tens of millions of dollars. I'm not an idiot. People say you got lucky. I didn't get lucky, dude. I worked my ass off for a decade, but I just worked smart. People, maybe we worked the same amount. Maybe you worked harder. Okay, maybe you worked harder than me. It doesn't matter. Maybe I know something that you don't. So when I understand where the world is headed, I understand that what I need is to own my assets. So why the fuck would I have gold bars? If the world goes to shit, the world goes to shit, dude. Oh, okay. Maybe I invest in, some timepieces. Maybe I invest in some real estate. Maybe I diversify. But my understanding of wealth preservation is Bitcoin, dude. I understand it. There's limited supply. I know how many people want it. I'm in the conversations with the guys that literally run the world and run the internet. They all fuck with Bitcoin. They're going to be the rulers of the world of the future. They all love Bitcoin. They all love crypto. So I'm within that space because that's where I operate. On the flip side, the other place where I preserve my wealth is within businesses. So I like to invest in companies. I like to put my money into companies that are going to have the appreciation of equity that then I can sell or I can exit. That's where I find it because I actually have control. Real estate is great. I just personally have never really tapped into it. Most millionaires have come from real estate. So there's no diss there. But the times are changing. There's ways to make money, and crypto and the ability to control via equity or performance of companies for cash flow is the way that I operate. It's working quite well.
So the knowledge you're giving out right now is like the knowledge you'd give in Capital Club, right? Now, is Capital Club a place for someone to get rich, or is it for the rich?
Interesting that you asked that. So Capital Club operates in a multi-dimensional funnel because I've taken into consideration aspiring entrepreneurs, developing entrepreneurs that are experienced, and they all have different needs.